What's up, rushers? Michael here, back on the channel. Today we are on a Summonerswar rush adventure to determine if Anavel is a must build. Anavel is a ranged DPS with tags of defense battle, enemy movement speed down, enemy frostbite, and ally movement speed. The potential is truly real with Anavel. However, let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, we have to summon her. Then I'll show you my ideal Anavel build. And finally, the moment of truth, testing her out to see if she's really worth the investment. So send some luck our way as we jump right into the summons. Alrighty, summon time for Anavel. Wish us luck as we go into the first 13k summons with the purple scrolls. We didn't get her on the first, but we got her on the second summon. Let's go. Our first ever copy of Anavel. Was it a double? No, just a single copy. That's fine. Let's keep on going here. Hopefully we get some doubles, maybe some triples. There's another copy of her. I am going to go all the way to 7-star. There's a double. Very, very nice for her. And let's keep up the momentum here. Another copy of her, very, very good. Hopefully get some back-to-back copies. This is really bad. We're going to pity. Wow, a triple Sabrina, Rena, and Vanessa. That's actually not bad. But obviously, oh, there's Anavel. I was about to say we are just missing Anavel there. Nice, another copy there. About 5,000 summons through here. There's another copy of her. Doing well so far. Let's see if we can get a double, maybe a triple off her if we get extremely lucky, but we're going to pity here. This is very bad. We're going to pity. Oh no. What went wrong? What went wrong with these summons? There's a double to make up for it, but wow, we went on a dry spell. Holy doy. Can we at least get a copy? Yeah, we got one more copy there. Maybe back to... Yes, okay. That made up for the very dry spell at the end of those purple summons. Just taking a look back, we're about 13,500 into the banner. We are going to go all the way. So let's continue with the crystals. There's a copy of Lima. How good is that? She's such a good unit, by the way. If you haven't built her already, I recommend you build her. If you did miss out on her banner, I feel very sorry for you because she is a top 2 unit in the game for sure. But let's continue with these summons. Let me go back here just to check. 16,800. Okay, we're nearly there. There's another copy of her. Nice, back to back. Couldn't get back to back. Just fine. 18,300. We're super close to finishing this banner. Okay odds, I would say. Not bad. We're pulling Lima as well. Okay, we'll finish this off. We'll finish this off the smart way. We'll use our purple tickets. We probably won't get another copy of her with the 30 times, but that is fine. Trying to just get to the 20,000 exactly if we can. Save a couple of crystals for next time, but there you go. 20,000 summons for Anavel. Was it enough to get her to 7-star? Let's have a look. Overall, not too bad with the summons, but let's see. What do you guys think I will get her to? I believe I'll get her to 7-star. In the middle of those summons, we went on a dry spell, but we did finish strong, I believe. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get her to a 7-star. But there's the first one. 2nd star. 3rd star. Come on. Hopefully, this is enough for 7. We don't have to spend more crystals. There's the 6, and I think we got the 7. Yes, we got her to 7-star, thankfully. And there we go. We basically have her fully built out. I'll show you exactly what I did for Anavel and all her investments. So starting off with her trait, I tried to go for 7 times crit rate. I was only fortunate enough to get 6 times. I got very, very bad rolls with about 200k dice, so unlucky on my end. However, you want to go for crit rate for sure. 100%, that is the priority for Anavel. For now, please ignore HP recovery. You don't want this for Anavel. You want to switch this one for crit rate. Moving on to her accessory. The first two you want to max out are definitely crit damage and crit res, the two most strongest accessories that you have to unlock on every single character. Now, the remaining ones, it's up to you. PvP, evasion might help you a lot, and accuracy, obviously tower defense, but it is not necessary in my opinion. So I would recommend just leaving these two, especially for Anavel. And if you want to see my Splendor Stone luck, we had about 200,000 of the ranged Splendor Stones, and this is pretty good in my opinion. We got a lot of attack and crush rate, which is very, very good for Anavel. I wish I got a bit more of crit res, but that is okay. They loved giving us defense here, which I don't know why. They love giving me defense for majority of the units, but we'll definitely take this for the Splendor Stone because it is very RNG based. Of course, let's talk about her skills and the ones I chose to Devilmon. So her basic attack deals 370% of attack as damage to the target, which is pretty good for a basic attack. Moving on to her crit attack, deals 160% of attack as crit damage 2 times to enemies within 3 meters of the target. Deals add damage to targets under frostbite. Upon a successful hit, cast a level 5 speed down debuff for 2 seconds, which is very good in my opinion. And as you can see, her additional stats, add damage deals 50% of damage as add damage, which is very strong. Along with her debuff, decreases movement speed by 25%. So when we talk about game modes like tower defense or even pushing stages, she definitely has a use within there. And for sure, I can definitely see this being used in PvP, especially the world arena that they just added. Now onto her main exclusive skill, named Popstar, deals 480% of attack as damage 2 times to enemies within 3 meters of the target. Upon a successful hit, cast a frostbite damage over time effect for 10 seconds, which is huge. Upon a successful hit, applies a level 5 movement speed up buff to every single ally for 10 seconds. So I can definitely see this being used for stage pushing and even stage farming if you want to farm stages faster. Now moving down, if you don't know what frostbite is, it deals damage equal to 20% of attack every 0.2 seconds, which yet again, I believe that is very, very strong. Along with her buff, increases movement speed by 35%. So you're going to move around the map very, very fast with Anavel on your team. Her 5-star exclusive awakening skill applies a range up 3 and crit rate up 10%. Now this buffs herself at the start of the battle, which is very crucial for her. Along with the stats if you do get her 7-star awakened. Target weakness frostbite increases damage dealt to enemies under frostbite by 10%. I believe this is a must if you want to build Anavel. Paired with her other buff, increases damage dealt by 20%. Always a very good buff to have on a unit. Now it's time to test her. As you can see, I'm trying to push to stage 8400. There was just an update that dropped today. So definitely get in here and push as high as you can. Good luck with your pushes. I slotted her in within this formation, so feel free to copy it if you want. But let's go down right here and let's check her damage. You'll see how she is doing. So as of right now, I don't see her in the top 5. She's around mid tier on the damage, so she's not going to be top 5 or top 3 within the damage consistently. But as you can see, she's doing pretty well. There she was top 5, now she's moving a bit lower, about mid-range damage when it comes to stages. But I believe it's because of obviously Lima, Sabrina, doing the most slack when it comes to dealing more damage within the stages. However, she's doing pretty well in my opinion. As you can see, look at GN going absolutely crazy. But yeah, she is definitely middle of the ground when it comes to stages. But let's move on to the Dragon Nest where we can get a real feel of her power. Alright, we're in the Dragon's Nest. Now, if you didn't catch my video on the Dragon Nest, the best formation, I'll have a card that pops up. But this is the same formation I used in that video. The only substitution I made was Shiva for Anavel. Let's get into the testing for Anavel. Now, if you did see my Dragon Nest video, you will see that the dragon is only targeting Melissa, which is very good for this test. As you can see, she jumped from first, but now she's about middle of the ground. Oh, pretty well. That's definitely top 10 damage for sure. I mean, 22G, 25G now is not terrible, right? It is not terrible at all. But like you can see, her survivability was low because the dragon just took out an entire formation. But let's get into another test of her. I want to see, can she deal a bit more damage? I can definitely see, oh, there, okay. First in line when it came to the damage right there. About top 10-ish now. Moving down to the top 5, top 6. So like I said, not bad overall damage wise. She isn't a Sabrina or a Lima when it comes to damage. However, she's doing pretty well. I mean, this is going to be my new record for score. So like I said, what, 72 million for this run? Very, very good. She was about top 5 damage there. Nice. All right, let's see right now how much damage she does yet again. You see the boss targeting Melissa. Top 5 range for sure. Oh, she jumped up to first if you saw that. So she has her sparks, I'm seeing. You know, obviously not doing enough damage like Melissa or Sabrina. Even Cassandra and Tezzeret are doing more damage. But like I said, top 3, top 4 there. Not too bad, her damage-wise. I do want to make a change here. I might actually put her in the back line, see if that does make a difference just for this last test here. Let's see if she does a bit more damage on the back line. Also, you have her at the 5 awaken skill, so she is going to have all that range. Top 3, top 2 damage now isn't Sabrina level damage or Melissa level damage, as you can see here, on par with Grogen and Artemel. Like I said, 32 33 G power. Right now she's moving to 40, is very good for the Dragon Nest. However, is she a must build? I mean, top 3 here, but you can see Sabrina and Cassandra carrying the team right here. But putting her in the back line, 84 million power is crazy. So there you have it. Anavel packs a punch, but she's not the absolute strongest. I wouldn't call her game changing, but I still stand by my recommended builds. If you are free to play to low spender, getting her to 3-star and maxing that 3-star skill with Devamon is definitely a solid move. High spenders to whales, go all in, she'll shine in the guild dungeon boss, and as you saw, she can do a serious amount of damage in the Dragon's Nest. So for sure, get her 3, 5, and 7-star skills with Devilmon. Overall, is she worth it? I would say yes, of course. She might not be a Sabrina or Lima in terms of raw damage, but she can definitely boost your total damage in key modes and be a difference maker in tower defense, some niche PvP compositions, and definitely helps you push more stages. That's my final take on Anavel. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you are building Anavel for yourself. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.